What's up, guys? It's Ed with Postman's Garage. Going to do a how-to today / install for a Modifry dash bracket in a Honda S2000. This is what it looks like. What this item will allow you to do is install things such as a GPS mount, cell phone holder onto the dash bezel trim in a Honda S2000. Before we get into it, some of the things I'm going to go over real quick are the tools we're going to need to use today. It's pretty simple install, but I figured I'd throw up a video to give you guys a better idea of what you're doing for the guys that are a little less mechanically knowledgeable about the vehicle. My recommendation, things you're going to need is a stubby number 2 Phillips screwdriver, a longer number 2 Phillips screwdriver, some type of dash trim tool. I'm going to use this here. If you do not have a dash trim tool, please come up with something else that's not going to damage the dash, such as maybe a thin piece of wood that you got in the house, or a flathead screwdriver wrapped in electrical tape to protect the end of it so it's not sharp. You can either use a paper clip or a pick tool like I have here. And last but not least, you're going to use something sharp because you're going to need to make a cut into the plastic of the dash. So what I'm going to use is a utility knife today, and I will show you why I use this and the best way to use it. If you don't have this, a razor blade would do as well. If you buy one of these modified dash brackets, he will send instructions along with them. The instructions are awesome. They're going to tell you everything I'm going to show you in this video as well. The video is just more of a visual aid for people that would need it. Also to mention, I will put in the description section below a link to Modifry's website. He offers a lot of neat products for the S2000, such as this mount, convertible top care products, shift beepers, seat belt locks, etc. I recommend you check out the website. He's got some neat stuff for you S2000 enthusiasts.
Alright, first of all, guys, here we are in the car. I'm going to try and get the best angle of this as I can. It's a little tough mounting the camera in here and getting a good view of this while I do it, but here we go. So the first thing we're going to need is a paper clip or a pick tool, like as you see here. And we're going to need to take the screws out of the underside dash here. But to get to those, there's a little plastic clip above them. There's a flat spot side on that clip that you're going to use to pop in and release the clip. I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll show you one here. Okay, so we got those clips out. If you take a look at it, right here's the clip, and if you can see, there's a flat spot side on the clip. That's the side you want to put your tool into to release it on. Also note, for when you go back together, these are marked left and right. Left side being driver's side, right side being the passenger side of the trim. Side note, use your cup holder as a little item to hold your screws and clips as you're doing this. Second part is we're going to take our stubby screwdriver and we're going to remove the 2 screws that are underneath those. There's one. And 2. Next part is we're going to need to pop the dash trim away from the actual dash. To do this, I'm going to use an actual trim tool such as this, but like I said, if you don't have this, which I know a lot of people won't, You can use something like a flat bladed screwdriver and wrap the end with electrical tape or duct tape, something similar. And my recommendation is to always pry in a location first where it's not noticeable. So what I would do is I would pry along the bottom edge here, because you're never going to visually see this bottom edge unless you're, upside down looking. So stick this trim tool down there. And there you go. In reality, this is about all the further you're going to need to do this. If you want, you could certainly take more apart, but to install this certain item, this is all you really need to do. The next part, since I actually already went ahead and did this to verify the product fit correctly, you're going to notice right along here is a plastic ribbed edge. And you're going to need to cut a section away about 3 to 4 inches long, I'd say. If you look closely, you can see where it starts here and then it's missing right along here. It's because I already cut that away. And that is where your box cutter, utility knife, what have you, is going to come into play. My recommendation for doing this is, one, if you're uncomfortable, take a couple layers of painter's tape and apply it along the dash here, just in case you slip with your knife, and even down along here. Second thing is, you don't have to get it all in one cut. You can make 5 or 6 cuts into it like so, and eventually it's going to break away. The best way to do it is, let me actually take this little trim tool, I'm going to pop it in here. To kind of keep that popped open. Take your knife, stick it in there, slowly walk it down. A couple times like you see there. And you're going to cut that little area away. Once you have this section cut off, the rest is easy. You're going to do your final step basically, and that's going to be to grab your other screwdriver, or whichever one you use, and you're going to take this smaller screw out on the side here, and this is where you're actually going to mount the unit. Screw out. I found the easiest way to do it is to stick the screw into the back of this, get your screwdriver ready, stick it onto there like so. Start to pre-run your screw in to get the thread started. Oop, drop the screw there. Pick it back up. Remember, don't over tighten this screw either. It just needs to be snug. We're going to snug it up. You can see how that mounted that on there like so. You can pop your dash trim back in. The better you get the cut back in there, the better the dash is going to fit. Pop it all back in there. And that's that. There's this. Now you can mount your cell phone holder device. I don't have it put together, but you can see as an idea right here. This is what I plan on doing with this. Mounting a phone holder right here. You can easily mount your cell phone for later use. You see as such here. Let me actually give you a better idea. It would be sort of like that. Reinstallation's pretty easy. All you're going to do is take your 2 screws, stick them back up in here, put your little caps back in. Remember, they're marked left and right, and installation will be over. Again, awesome product. the reason I bought mine is I use this as a track car. I'm going to mount a cell phone here as a lap timer for me. But certainly many other reasons you could use this. Again, check out in the description the link to the website to modifry.com. Awesome guy. Sells some pretty awesome products that are definitely useful. And again, Ed with Postman's Garage. Subscribe, like, and come back for further how-tos and reviews as I add them. Thanks.